KETK News is your local election headquarters. Congressman Chip Roy made a campaign stop in Tyler Saturday for a meet and greet with potential voters. The event took place at the Republic Ice House. Congressman Roy addressed the need for a more secure border and issues impacting East Texas voters. He did make it clear that his opponent in the runoff, State Senator Mays Middleton, is spreading, quote, lies about him. He tells KETK News about the key differences between him and his opponent and why East Texans should vote for him at the ballot box.
The biggest difference between me and Mays Middleton is I'm a real lawyer. I've been in court, I've practiced law, I've been a prosecutor, I've put bad guys in jail, I've been the first assistant attorney general. My opponent's never been in court. He's never practiced law. He would require on-the-job training, which we can't afford in the state of Texas when we're dealing with the important issues of the day, whether it's Islam marching through the state of Texas, open borders and illegal aliens, criminals on our streets, data centers sucking up our water or using our grid. You need somebody who can stand up and fight, and you don't need somebody who's trying to buy the election with inherited money.
Congressman Roy will be battling State Senator Mays Middleton in the runoff election. Both candidates share similar conservative political views, including fighting for Donald Trump's immigration policies and sharing concerns about Sharia law. One of their biggest differences is where they work, Roy creating federal law in D.C. and Middleton creating state law in Austin.
Look, the reason why this fight is so important is we don't have another Texas to move to. And I am not retreating from Washington, D.C. because I'm never going to Washington, D.C.
The Attorney General's office has been occupied by a Republican since 1999. One of the key races for Democrats will be the race for Attorney General. In the first round of voting, State Senator Nathan Johnson came close to winning outright, earning 48% of the vote. His runoff opponent, former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski, narrowly qualified for the second round, finishing 20,000 votes ahead of the third-place opponent. Despite a large gap in the first round, both candidates told KETK State Capitol reporter Adam Schwager that this is a new race.
A runoff election is different than the March 3rd election.
State Senator Nathan Johnson is taking nothing for granted, despite leading his opponent in the Democratic Attorney General race by 22 points in the first round of voting.
52% of those voting on March 3rd voted for someone other than Nathan Johnson.
Former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski says he can reverse those March results.
It's going to be a much more knowing electorate, a family affair, if you will, of the Democratic base in this runoff, and that favors me.
Now down to two candidates, Jaworski says he's the progressive choice.
Senator Johnson represents the compromise with MAGA. He has a record in the Senate that speaks for itself.
Johnson's response?
I don't know where Joe Jaworski is. He hasn't been in the legislature. He talks a lot on social media. I stand by my record. I've been a proud, strong Democrat.
He also painted the criticism as a strength.
If people want to say that I'm not super far left because I managed to pass 135 bills in 4 sessions in the legislature, because in addition to fighting with Republican colleagues, I actually work with my Republican colleagues, people can use whatever label they want.
In his 3 years as Attorney General, Ken Paxton sued the Obama and Biden administration numerous times. With President Donald Trump in the White House for the first 2 years of this next Attorney General's term, Jaworski says,
my relationship with the Trump administration will be hostile. I have no reason to believe they're going to correct themselves after a sound beating in November 2026.
Johnson says he's not running for the purpose of suing the Trump administration, but admits he likely will as he aims to crack down on abuses of power.
That it's not just Democrat versus Republican stuff. It's really about preserving constitutional foundations.
Early voting runs from May 18th through May 22nd. Runoff Election Day is on May 26th. Adam Schwager, KETK News.